Well, good morning, everybody. Gary Beck, naturopath from Maximum Wellbeing. Here today, talking a little bit more about that big old problem, hypertension, blood pressure, BP, whatever you want to refer to it as. We know that cardiovascular disease, if you've been listening at all recently, is a big problem. And regardless of what the doctor may give you or prescribe you to control blood pressure or other cardiovascular problems, it's poorly managed and still out of control and still takes way too many lives. So today our little talk is about some of the things that we can do dietary-wise, food-wise, supplement-wise to help with moderating or modifying your blood pressure. So it's just one of those things where we do have quite a few tools that are very effective and you can access them easily and in many cases inexpensively and add them into your day. So I've made a little list and I'm just going to run through these and let me know what you think. So the first thing to understand, of course, is that it's probably in excess of half of adults 60 or over the age of 60 that actually suffer from some level of hypertension, some level of high blood pressure. And we know that it's a major risk factor for heart disease, for strokes, and even for kidney failure. And there are some sort of background things that I won't talk about today that certainly put a lot of pressure on the kidneys. Now, even a small rise in blood pressure is potentially going to, double your risk of heart attack. And, if we've got foods, nutrients, vitamins, other things that can help, I think that's a pretty prudent and important thing to do. And we know, unfortunately, that the prescription medications often have undesirable side effects, and for some, there are toxicities that may be present as well. So, yep, we do have foods, we do have vitamins, we do have nutrients that can go quite a long way to significantly reduce your blood pressure. Now, the first one that I'll mention, and people may not immediately think of this, but it's good old vitamin D. Yep, the sunshine vitamin. It has a little hormone that's able to suppress blood pressure. It's actually known as renin. So when we're producing vitamin D, we've got this little agent known as renin that naturally helps to reduce our blood pressure. Next one on the list, and you'll all be familiar with this one, good old magnesium. So magnesium, as I've talked about in the past, it's an essential mineral. It's vital for regulating the heart rhythm and the blood pressure. So, it's a particularly important one, and we've all heard about it, I'm sure. Another one that we've probably all heard about is good old oily fish. So having oily fish in your week is really important. Trying to have a nice oily fish several times a week would be great. Supplementing with the essential fatty acids, these ones known as EPA or DHA, is also another option, and that helps in a couple of ways by relaxing the arteries, so reducing blood pressure by relaxing the arteries, and also has the effect of reducing inflammation that may be present in the arterial walls. And the inflammation is a really big problem for many degenerative conditions. So fish oils, one of the actions of the essential fatty acids is to reduce that inflammation. Another nutrient, while we're on nutrients, is good old coenzyme Q10. So coenzyme Q10, this is one I've used for many, many years, and it has some really nice properties. It's a powerful antioxidant. It's like an energy molecule, so it helps to give that really active pumping muscle of the heart, which is a very energetic and hungry muscle, helps to give that muscle more support. So it actually helps to reduce the blood pressure and also reduce the necessary pulse rate to get the blood and oxygen around your body. And we know also that, unfortunately, if you are taking a statin drug to help modify your cholesterol, it generally is going to knock out the available coenzyme Q10 in your body. So be aware of that one. And in fact, some doctors are these days will suggest taking a coenzyme Q10 alongside your statin medication. Next little guy I want to mention is good old beetroot. Beetroot's an interesting one. It's that wonderful beet juice, rich ruby red. Often looks like it might be sugary water, but it's actually got, once again, anti-inflammatory compounds, and it's an antioxidant, and it's activated by the bacteria in our mouth to actually produce this thing called nitric oxide. So it's a really interesting one. So beetroot, beet juice, is another food, drink if you like, that could potentially help to reduce your blood pressure very readily. Next one on the list is the little good guys, the little polyphenols and anthocyanidins. These are the things that you find in those dark berries, blueberries, blackberries, boysenberries, have this wonderful, rich, protective flavonoid that, once again, can help to increase that nitric oxide uptake or production, which has a protective effect on the heart and also helps with that blood pressure modification. There's another one that some of you may not be aware of. This is good old cinnamon. Cinnamon, yes, the little spice that you might put on your apple pie or into your breakfast cereal or whatever it is. Don't be afraid to use plenty of it. Cinnamon has benefits for both blood pressure and also blood sugar. So that blood sugar control that is going to be out of control if you're having too many sweet things, too many carbs. Cinnamon can actually help with modifying your body's response in those regards. So both blood pressure and blood sugar, just by adding cinnamon into your day on a regular basis. And another one, which is perhaps could have been at the top of the list, because this is a really well-known food that's super important for blood pressure and cardiovascular health. That's good old garlic. Garlic. Getting garlic into your day every day. Another one that enhances nitric oxide. It also has the effect of dilating the blood vessels, so taking the pressure off the blood vessels. And we know that it can also potentially help with cholesterol modification as well. So a really important food, garlic. So garlic and cinnamon, fish. These are all really key nutrients, key foods, key things to actually add to your day to help modify or improve overall blood pressure. So, garlic, cinnamon, blueberries, vitamin D, magnesium, beetroot, fish oil, coenzyme Q10. They're all available. They're all either on the shelf here in our clinic, or you can contact us to find out more. But make sure those foods are in your day. It's so simple, and if you're at my age or older, it's definitely time to start doing those things that give you control to, just give your body a little bit of support. This is what it's about. We don't need to be hammering the body and not feeding it the right things. We need to be doing the reverse of that, giving it a break, giving it support, and putting the things in our mouth that we know can actually help and are beneficial. So that's really all I wanted to say today. It's another great day, and that's my little talk about foods, nutrients that can alter or support healthy blood pressure. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now.